Old got stuff on there. Old I haven't got fingernails, you see, but no nails. Where's the little coaster, sweetie?
Like exploring, you're never really finished. But, you always keep going. That's the spirit of the adventure.
You realize these are
Yeah, so I have no idea. I don't know what I made it for.
Let's see.
That's
Well, this might be the most valuable thing in the shop.
it might be if I knew what it was.
The holy grail of that tool.
Yeah. The tool for which there is no use.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
It would have been, I think it might have been when I was experimenting with hinges or something. This is just, what you make for these, this is just the experiments for
Oh, is
this,
that your
those
silicone
bits.
mold
Yeah,
for your practice?
yeah, that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
that is the air. If I want to bring in air, there's a thing on the roof, so I just pull that down, and the bucket is set in. The top bucket is, and that just air comes down there. You see. And if I don't want air coming in through that one there, because I turn this thing on up here, and that takes air from. That takes air. See that there? But that's my spray booth. When I use this as a spray booth, I let these down and that down. This hangs inside on there with a thing that it's just in the back there. So when I'm spraying those, it takes out the thing. But you don't want air coming from here at that stage. You want it coming from different places. Right. Like that. But I think it's an earlier version. I don't know what this is one that he made. It's lovely, beautifully made up little.
Yeah.
Where's
That's what the thing is. It's. I was saying it's kind of amazing that these are made by hand. That.
Yeah, we don't have any other way. That's why.
Yeah, literally formed.
This is when I was thinking about doing the would be this way or would no doing the cutter, the cutter to go around, and you have a pole which is adjustable in height, and you just have two arms and drawing it out the center where you start from. Which to cut it all out and around. My mate drew all these angles around, so to find out the distance you need for that.
So this is the pivot.
Yeah.
That's the center, and it just.
You can take that, but I wouldn't have thought. This was an idea that we both had. That was to see how far you could get. That was just an experiment, but basically that's another latch. But this was the Mark 1 of an internal latch. That would be.
Wow.
That was the mark. That was it. So that would be inside, and that lifted. So it lifted away. You didn't have to cut your edging strip. And this was the Mark 2.
Oh wow! Because the edging strip cut is a finesse thing as well.
Yeah. And that lifts. That lifts on the side. You see that there? It lifts, and lifts your edging strip away. Bits of plastic to make so many different things. And that's really useful. So what's air tools, which I've got the most expensive thing, but my compressor can't keep up with it. Only in the short term.
Familiar with that.
The most fantastic tool in the world. The
jitterbug.
The little mouse things out there, or polishers and polishing mark. Shall we go to the? This is just the mat cutting here.
Those are about to fall.
That's okay. They're going to my son at some stage. Right, let's have a look around. 3 hours in the morning or in here, cutting mat or something, and then you laminate. And then you're in here the afternoon pulling out and preparing for the next week. And that was located in. That's a hard rubber.
And it's bonded to a case wet, so it's on there.
And
this,
and I think the hinge, the hinges on the outside. You can see that I had to carve away a bit there to get the rivet in. And these were, you can see that's what you have to do. Those holes are there are not for any other reason than they've got
vacuum.
But when for this one, this is where you'll put your feet. If you see what I mean. So when I cut these out, I just use the same ones for that, and they just happen to have that in it. This is a vacuum bagged. This is a vacuum bagged one, and those are the vacuum bags. So this is put in an autoclave when they make it, and it has to be heated and this sort of thing. And this is just layers of it. And to make the vacuum tube, they do it. Well, you can see the way they do it there. They took it off thing, and they laid tubes in there.
Right.
They laid tubes in there. So
that transfers the resin.
Yeah, transfers the resin on a cruciform, and then it semi-closes up the bottom. And then when you get it out, you can see it on here. You just tap it away, and it comes away. The cruciform is actually left on there. This is something you may find.
Oh, this is what you were talking about, right?
Was it? No.
For the.
This is the neck. All the neck width. So you've got a 2-inch neck thing. You want to see if it's going to fit in your neck guide. 2-inch, 2.8, 1 7/8, 1 3/4, 1 5/8, up to 2 1/4. So that is the neck going to fit in there?
Did you find that?
No, mate. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, but it's just a little throwaway tool. But
that's pretty good. Yeah, take a picture of that, Robert.
You can take it with you if you want to.
There's your guide.
This is my guide that I made up, and it works pretty well. The angles do alter a bit, but that you just put your blade through. But this is a good thing to start with.
Yeah.
That fits in like so, and so we're working. That will go.
This keeps the saw straight up and down.
You use your silicon through to follow your pattern. That goes to there, which alters the. Yes, it seems much more but it does work.
It definitely works.
All these little things, finding the right stuff.
Yeah.
Did you used to make pasta out of that pot there?
Sorry?
This looks like the bottom of a.
Oh, it's a saucepan. It's a
saucepan, so it is a saucepan. That's what
and basically, and a lot of dust.
So you just draw a vacuum on this.
Yeah, that goes in there.
And it drops it on the whole case. And then it comes out of it.
And then it goes.
Seems very simple once you get everything.
Yeah, it is. Your hands in mine. Yeah. And there we go. And that's the silicon bonding very, very well to aluminium, which it ain't supposed to do. Like some other stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, these are all. This is every case that I've trimmed for the past 40 years.
No way.
They just happen to be. There might be some information in this book. That's what I'm looking. There's loads of stuff inside. No, that was. Yeah. There's no dates on it, but I don't think there's dates on here.
Ours would be more strong.
Is there any dates on here?
But we have more
10. 24/1/10.
Yeah, if you just went in there like on a day,
so
like first thing in the
that is not that long ago, really. I'm telling you. 02. It goes back to 02. I don't really need those anymore. That's just the
DNA someday.
I doubt it. But what I am hoping, and as I think John is hoping, is that when what's his name? It's the guy the guy, the sort of patron saint of Texas. The guy that John made a case. Yeah, Willie Nelson. When his guitar goes into the into the thing, hopefully the Calton case will go with it.
Hopefully,
so, yeah.
Don't tell him it was made in England. There are things in here now. This is cello. The heights of the underlip. There was 11mm underlip, because it's a step like that. So you could go up and trim it exactly on that line, which because the new edging strip is terrific. I don't think there's anything else in this bloody. This is things for violin case, but there was nothing especially, just placings of stuff. There's nothing particularly. Violin. Yeah, on the double violin, how it fitted and this sort of rubbish. Trim depths. I normally made them about both 3 inches. But the cello.
Once you write it down, you remember it, right? Pretty much.
Not really. Once I write it down, I forget where I wrote it down and then do it all again. I think that's usually. It's sort of probably something that was. It was a problem for which there was no, or a solution for which there was no problem.
So
I don't know what it does.
Let me think. Hang on.
It was
What
to
did
do
it
with
do?
latching. It was to do with
It
catching.
did.
Oh,
It's just a bigger
It's an
scale.
enlargement of
It's a
something,
bigger
yeah.
scale of it.
Sort of, and this was something.
Another paper.
This,
I have
This is
no
the R&D
idea.
department here.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going into the bin department soon. Well, I was talking to a man whose music's fan for rock and roll, the blues and jive. He even played jazz when he was down his ass. He knew anything to stay alive. Been to the bottom, halfway to the top. You know, he said the luck is on mine. It's a lucky man who gets paid to do what he's been doing all the time. I lead him out, put him on. Come on, give us one more song. Come on, make us happy one more time. Wait, that good. He said some people, they're good and they make it. Some people are bad and good too. Some get to the front, it's flavor of the month. And others just seem to boil along through. And the record guy said you gotta compromise in these times of give and take. He said rather than the world to make believe than believe in a world on the make. So leave him on and move him on. Give us one more song. Come on, make us happy one more time. Nobody ever gets instrumental, but oh, that seems to be fun. Yours is really good guitar. Normally I have somebody who's really good playing guitar to really, I always wanted to write a song which got castigated in it. Now they castigated you for the things that you tried to do. When someone comes along 10 years on, why the first thing gives something new. If you thought about it, man, you would surely cry. But to sell your soul for a little payola, while the price is just a little too high. Eat him out, put him on, come on, give us one more song.